Welcome back, everyone. I know it's been a while, but I'm not gone. I'm just busy with composition work, and composition work always comes first. But I'm still here. I'm still gonna make videos. Some of them might be a little shorter, and the gaps between might be a little big, but I'm still here. So it's been a long time since I talked about my hardware and my setup. It's been, I think, 3 years or something since I made my last video about my template and my whole setup. So I figured I'd give an update because some of that is no longer relevant, or I've actually upgraded to other stuff. So here's a new video about what's new in my setup. We're going to start with the hardware, and then the next video is going to be about new sample libraries that I'm using, how I updated my template, and all that kind of stuff. So starting out, I upgraded my audio interface. I went from the Focusrite Scarlett 6i6 to the Focusrite Scarlett 8i6. It's the newer model. It has a couple new features, but overall it's pretty much the same. I think Focusrite offers really good value for the price. Obviously, there are better options out there, like the RME interfaces are usually recommended by my peers. But for my purposes, I just needed to power my headphones, and I needed to plug in a microphone for either the YouTube videos or for, to record vocals or my flutes or something. So I don't really need anything beyond that. So for my purposes, it's really enough. There's no reason currently for me to invest in a bigger, better audio interface. Next up, we got MonogramCC. Now, this is the only thing featured in this video that was sent to me for free. I want to disclose that. I have a discount code that I'll put in the description that they gave to me. It's valid until end of August. I don't make any profit off of this, so this is not like an affiliate link or anything. It's just for you, so if you want to purchase this, you can get a discount. Now, I absolutely love this product. There are a couple of key things that really stand out to me. If you know me, you know that I hate clutter and bulky things on my desk. So the first thing that really stands out is the fact that you can assemble the individual magnetic pieces however you like to really fit snugly onto your desk. It's very small and very easy to travel with. You could even just take specific pieces for your travels. You don't have to take all of it. You can buy all the pieces individually, so you can get exactly the kind of setup you want or need. And it can be used in pretty much any software you like. I personally use it mostly in Cubase, but also in DaVinci Resolve, in Zoom, and in Isotope RX. It comes with a very simple piece of software that allows you to assign functionalities to all of the sliders, knobs, and buttons. You can also select colors for every single element, which, I'm a sucker for colors. And of course, you can save different presets for different applications. Personally, I find this to be extremely useful for color correction in DaVinci Resolve. It's super helpful. But I also use it a lot for soft synths and any other plugins that have XY pads and a lot of knobs and stuff in them. I might actually get more of the buttons and knobs so I can assign everything to every element in my synthesizers. It's super easy to assign these things and then save the preset in Cubase for every single different plugin, and you can just save it on the track. And then basically, if I want to try out any patch and I want to try out what the XY pad does and what all the different knobs do, it's so easy for me to just audition things. But again, you can buy any combination of things that you like, whatever suits your needs, which is kind of cool because you can basically, assemble your own hardware controller however you need it. So now that I had the MonogramCC set up, I kind of got a taste for having buttons on my desk. There's some kind of allure to buttons, to physical buttons. I don't know what it is. But so I got a mini Stream Deck by Elgato, which I can also obviously use for when I do live streams, which I'm planning to do. and for any other, purposes, any other software. But I know a lot of my colleagues have it, so I figured I'll get the small one because, again, don't love clutter, and I don't need a lot of buttons because I'm really good with remembering key commands. The small one that I got is also really good as a travel size. Again, this is about as big as your phone, so super easy to pack and just take with you wherever you're going. The downside of it is that you will forget all of your key commands. I've already forgotten, because of MonogramCC and the Stream Deck, I've already forgotten a substantial amount of my key commands. And I've only been using these for a couple of months, and yeah. So, if you value knowing your key commands, this is not for you, but then again, that's the good thing about all of these being travel size, so at least you can take them with you, not just when you travel, but also if I were to go to another composer's studio or a different workspace that I need to work from, I could just easily take those things with me, take my key command presets with me, and then, I'm good to go in anybody else's studio as well. It also helped me because, especially for Cubase, I assigned a bunch of key commands that I don't use very often. So those are key commands I forget all the time anyway. But yeah, it's convenient, for sure. It's not necessary for anybody's setup, but it's convenient. The Stream Deck also comes with a really simple piece of software, just like MonogramCC, where you have a visual representation of the actual device, and then you just assign what you want it to do. It comes, just like MonogramCC, it comes with presets for certain applications and certain functionalities, and then you basically just go through it and decide what you want it to do. You can have a ton of different pages as well, so you can have different applications and subfolders on different pages, so it's pretty limitless. And if you are a fan of having a lot of buttons, of course you can get a bigger version of it. Again, I like the small travel size that doesn't clutter up my entire desk. And again, if you're a live streamer, both the Stream Deck and MonogramCC would make your life substantially easier. It even comes with presets for OBS and certain software that we use for live streaming. I also got a new mic stand from Elgato. It's their low-rise mic stand. It's meant to fit under your monitors, so you can easily mount it in the back of your desk as well, and then just pull it forward under your monitors. I assembled it to the side of my desk because I like to have my microphone on the side and have it just easily pulled over when I need it. I like this more than the stand I used to have because it doesn't get in the way when I need to use my keyboard and mouse. The cable can be hidden inside the arm behind these magnetic covers. The middle can also be adjusted to a 90-degree angle in case you would like to stand or use this arm for your camera as well. And of course, the direction of the microphone or camera can be fully adjusted in any direction. They also make microphone stands that go up, like you mount it in the back of your desk, and then it goes above your monitors instead of under. So if you prefer that kind of setup, that's also really nice and really easy to kind of get your microphone out of the way, but just grab it when you need it. They make really useful tools, and so far I'm really happy with their products. They're really sturdy, really good quality. They're expensive too, I will say that, but the quality is the quality justifies the price because I think these products are gonna last probably forever. So yeah, it's worth it. If you go to their website, you will see that they make a lot of products that are super useful for not just live streamers, but anyone who creates any sort of media. So I highly recommend go to their website and really check out what they have to offer and see what would make your workflow easier. Another thing I got is a new mouse. I love products by Redragon. They're technically for gaming, which I use them for as well, but they're also extremely useful for anything else because the mouse comes with a lot of buttons that can be programmed. I mainly use the buttons for zooming in and out or adjusting the grid in the MIDI editor and such things, but you can program them to do basically anything you like. I also got a flat wireless keyboard, mainly because now that I have more stuff on my desk, I need more wireless gadgets. Otherwise, I just have wires everywhere. But I also finally abandoned my old Apple keyboards because obviously they have specific Apple keys, and I really wanted something finally that is set up for Windows and has specific Windows keys that do a lot of stuff within the Windows OS. So this is a little more useful to me. I personally love flat keyboards, but that's kind of a question of taste. Some people really hate this. It's just what I'm used to and comfortable with, so yeah, that's my preference. I'm still using my Sennheiser HD650 headphones. My Beyerdynamic 880s kind of really fell apart. I still have them, they still work, but they're really falling apart at this point. But there was a sale, a Beyerdynamic sale earlier this year, so I got the DT 1990 Pro to add to my collection. Now, I will make a dedicated video about these headphones and how they compare to my other headphones, but I just wanted to say I really love them. I pretty much use them on a daily basis. I will say they are pricier than any other headphones that I had. Just because of the sale, I got them for roughly the same price as the Sennheisers, but normally they're like around $200 more. But I think sound-wise, I mean, first of all, in terms of accessories and sound variations, and they come with different pads and all that stuff, like you get more for your money for sure. But also the sound stage, I think, on these is unmatched. I mean, Beyerdynamic is known for their soundstage, but they're different for sure. But again, I'll get into that when I make a dedicated video about these headphones. Something else I've committed to at this point is buying more instruments, physical instruments, because for starters, I kind of lost the play element of composing, because if you sit at your computer all the time and you just kind of draw in CC data and MIDI notes and all that stuff, you kind of lose the playfulness of it, and I really wanted physical instruments. So a couple years ago, I started slowly buying more instruments that either I already know how to play or that I knew I could easily learn how to play. And it also makes for more unique scores, obviously, because now I can incorporate these live recordings and, morph them and do creative stuff with them and have something that maybe not everybody else has. I got a Taylor guitar specifically because I have small hands and they tend to have thinner fingerboards, so it's easier to play them, for me at least. I also got a little ukulele, and then I got a whole bunch of other instruments over the years. Starting with the recorders, I have a soprano, alto, and tenor recorder. Some of these you've already heard on some of my scores. Then I have my old Yamaha piccolo flute. Here I have 2 Irish whistles, one low D whistle and a high D whistle. I also got an ocarina, which I have not yet been able to use on anything, but I'm sure the right project will come along eventually. I also got 3 kalimbas, an acrylic kalimba, a flatboard kalimba, and a hollow one. The flatboard I have already used in a video game. The other 2 are still looking for a project to be used on. And then I got a pretty random assortment of hand percussion, mainly because I got tired of programming shakers and sleigh bells and tambourines and other things. I also have a little kazoo here on the side that I have already used on a video game that will be released next year. But yeah, it's been fun to get creative with those instruments, and all you need is a microphone and an audio interface and you're good to go. And you can, add some uniqueness to your scores, and I've been enjoying that a lot. I've been using these on a lot of projects. Most of them have not been released yet. As you can tell from my absence, I've been very busy this year. But yeah, I can't wait to share all of that with you. But so, you see, not a lot has changed in my setup. I'll link to all the products in the description, or the product pages, so you can check them out, see if anything in there is for you and your setup that you like. But yeah, other than this, the only thing I've added was a bit more RAM into my machines, because my computers are still the same, still all the same setup. I did have to add more RAM, and I added a hard drive in one of the machines because I got a couple more sample libraries over the years, and things were getting a little tight here and there, so I just did that. I still haven't maxed out everything, but you know, whatever. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video with my template software type updates.